Tar Heel blue, Princeton in black and orange, and we are underway at our Friday night ACC versus Ivy League matchup. You know, the face-offs are going to be so pivotal for Princeton today. They were just take care of the ball, and this is a long opening possession for Princeton. Can they cash in? And they do! Colin Burns, the star freshman, opens the scoring for Princeton.
Here comes that turnover we were talking about for UNC, just being sloppy in the middle of the field. And it leads to an easy opportunity for Burns here. Just kind of has his defender hung up, and then he's demonstrating a really high, brings a really high level of IQ, and can take some pressure off of Duffy as well as one of the leading scorers on this UNC offense.
Duffy has it here. He has hit 8 pipes in 3 games. So inches away from being the top goal scorer on this Carolina team. McGovern muscles it in. Logan McGovern at North Carolina with an immediate answer.
And Jay, that's exactly what we want to see out of the senior early in the game. Attack your matchup, get to the island, feel that pressure, get to his strong hand, just a classic sort of inside roll question mark, just gets into his defender and puts it right back past Gianfranco on that.
Nate Kabiri as well. He and Burns, high school teammates a year ago at Georgetown Prep, now starting on the Princeton attack as true freshmen. Colin Krieg starts the clear for Carolina.
And Jay, talk about being a freshman, right? He's a guy that, you know, he's going to have to get his footing over time, but, you know, someone like Logan McGovern, having him take that first opportunity in the game to go one-on-one, I'd love to see him continue on building his confidence as the main initiator on this UNC offense.
Well, this North Carolina offense going against Michael Gianfranco, who is number 3 in the nation in save percentage, one of the top goaltenders to start the year. Krieg off his line. What a goal! From 50 yards out, Coulter Mackesy caught Krieg sleeping.
That'll get the guys going. Watch this. Full field. Coulter Mackesy steps over the line to help the clear. Just high IQ, recognizing that Krieg is out of the cage. Fantastic accuracy, putting it on. Just being sloppy in the middle of the field. I can't blame that on the rain. That thing is just mental discipline there.
Ball deflected, but still plenty of time on the power play. 40 seconds left in it. You think 91 in black and orange has it here. He's got the hot stick. Coulter Mackesy cashes in on the man up. And the junior nets back-to-back goals for Princeton.
Coulter Mackesy, time room bullseye. That's his sweet spot. And Princeton is up 3-1.
Share of possession in this first quarter, and no surprise, a 3-1 lead. The difference being 2 Coulter Mackesy goals in the span of 1:42. Outside shot, Petramalo whizzes wide. He's got a cannon. The freshman out of Lutherville, Maryland, son of the Hall of Famer Dave Petramalo, who's on staff here at the Tar Heels. Curling around the cage and scoring. Oh, and Duffy, another star freshman on this Tar Heels team. He has hit 8 pipes in his first 3 games, but that one, a beauty.
That is a really, really important goal for Owen Duffy. One-on-one, taking his matchup. It's him, no slide, gets in front of the goal, finishes around the goalie. For his confidence, that goal can mean so much from today. Pressure behind the goal.
Well, this is a very important non-conference matchup. Ivy League versus ACC. Both teams have come to play here in the rain in Chapel Hill. Big turnover there, forced by Ty English, the star short stick defensive midfielder. He's a threat to score as well. And the Tar Heels, defense to offense, Owen Duffy, perfectly placed. Back-to-back goals for the freshman to tie it at 3.
And this is UNC Lacrosse right here. This is in their DNA. Turning the ball over, huge play by number 23, Ty English, picks up the ground ball. They get it up and out, and they push transition, right? Owen Duffy, again, fantastic catching that in that little hitch motion, right? Gets improved angle upfield. That's a big-time play out of a freshman in the field.
North Carolina with an opportunity to take their first lead of the night right at the end of this first quarter. Princeton has gone scoreless in the last 6 minutes. DeMarco, not a great angle here, feeds it off. Beautiful goal, Owen Duffy again. A first quarter hat trick for the freshman.
Jay, don't let him get hot. Don't let him get hot. This is such a high IQ play. Let's start with the turnover right here. Again, Princeton just holding the ball for too long. Fantastic job by the UNC defense. But watch DeMarco right there. Push that pipe. Puts Duffy's defender in a really tough spot. But notice Duffy, he doesn't just stand there at X. He starts to push up field, and that allows him to gain an advantage on his defender. And he is turning.
Already the third penalty against North Carolina today. It's given Princeton plenty of extra opportunities. Got a good look there. Couldn't finish, though, right on the doorstep. Princeton doing well, an aggressive ride. They win the ball back, still 5 seconds on the man up.
That's a huge ground ball out of a freshman number 2, Nate Kabiri, there to retain possession for Princeton's offense on man up.
Mackesy goes low and places it perfectly to beat Krieg. That's a hat trick for the junior, Coulter Mackesy. And he scored before North Carolina could get back to even strength.
And for everyone out there watching this, Nate Kabiri's not going to get an assist on this play, but that Coulter Mackesy goal does not happen if the freshman doesn't sink his teeth into getting ground balls. And Jay, we've seen it a couple times. Nate Kabiri's hitching at the point. He needs to catch the ball loaded, looking to pass first, and be in a shooting position. I think as the point man, let's keep an eye on that for the rest of this game.
Good opportunity here. Stings the corner. Kabiri cashes in on the man up, taking advice from Jules Henningberg to perfection there.
This is why I appreciate Nate Kabiri, because he's a guy, high IQ. I think he realizes that he's had this shooting space the whole game, and he wasn't going to give it up this time. He steps into that. He has the range.
Line of giving Princeton 4 extra man opportunities. So critical.
I just want to see him get the glue.
Slipping and sliding again. As a player, what do you do when you're playing in pouring rain, Jules?
Well, Jay,
maybe score goals like that. And the Tigers starting to roll. Tommy Barnes nets that one. And it's a 3-0 run for Princeton to start this second quarter.
Barnes just a little bit of a split dodge right there. Just gets to that 5-and-5 area and then puts his shoulder in, leans in right there, and then step away. Wraps around his defender. And
Just going back to playing in the rain, we've seen sloppy play, 15 turnovers between these two teams. Princeton's lost their legs 5 times in the last 5 minutes. How do you combat wet weather?
Well, I know what you can't do, right? You can't keep the ball on your stick for too long, right? It just makes the job on the defense too easy.
It is Owen Duffy's night. A breakout game. A star is born in Chapel Hill. He has 4 of the Tar Heels' 5 goals.
And unfortunately, tonight was the night that Owen Duffy decided to go off, unfortunately for Princeton's defense. He's so... And to that point, Jay, even if we get a historic performance out of Duffy, I'm not sure it's going to be enough for UNC to win. They're going to have to get other guys going and earn easier goals than the ones that they're getting right now.
This is almost another turnover. Of course, it's Duffy who wins it back for North Carolina. He's trying to do it all, Jules. Levy curls around the cage. Very patient North Carolina possession here. McGovern goes low, great stop. Gianfrancaro read it the whole way.
Jay, how many slides were really drawn throughout that?
Lost that game to Maryland. Gianfrancaro had 20 saves in that game, so he comes in with a lot of confidence. He's read it well. And the Tigers cash in on the offensive end. Nate Kabiri unleashes a flamethrower.
Nate Kabiri. It's the freshman today. Great job popping behind the ball there by Kabiri, settling in. This is classic Jim Mitchell offense, Princeton offense here. Someone popping out after the dodge has gone down the alley. And Kabiri, when he sets his feet, that low to high near corner, just pulling his stick down by his ankles and then sure what they're trying to accomplish. And it's just leading to stagnant after stagnant offensive possessions.
The freshman is scorching. Back-to-back goals for the pride of Georgetown Prep. And he fires Princeton up 8-5.
Boy, Jay. Oh, boy. Starts with Chad Palumbo. And a little bit of a mumbo on the backside. Credit to Quinn Kramer. Just setting that screen, getting in the way enough for Nate Kabiri to just pop out and have his hands. Mumbo, when you drive in, you set a screen, you let the guy in the crease pop out behind you to set up for a shooting opportunity.
Back-to-back goals for the Tigers. Coulter Mackesy off the face-off win, and Princeton is flying at the end of the first half.
And this is what they missed last week. At the dot, winning draws, Andrew McMeekin popping it out in front of him, having the awareness to pass to Coulter Mackesy. Instead of passing across his body, he continues on, throws on a pump fake. Mackesy, he might as well be automatic 100 out of 100 in that low kind of mid. And it's Antonio DeMarkin setting up in this high wing. Can he attack with a great angle and draw a slide?
DeMarco has the Tigers hung up behind the cage at X. No angle there. And an easy save for Gianfrancaro. Princeton with time. Risky pass in the middle of the field. Princeton has won the 50-50s of this first half. This one goes to North Carolina. 10 seconds for the Tar Heels. And they cash in. Into the side netting, no good.
Opportunity to shoot, or the defense is collapsing on them right before they get the shot off.
And Princeton picks up where they left off. McMeekin got it straight to Kabiri, got a clean look, couldn't finish it. Krieg, a big save. He's going to have a huge second half. Colin Krieg in cage for North Carolina. It stays Tar Heels ball. If this result holds, our Friday night AC.
The fact that Princeton beat UNC, if another team beats Princeton, it's not as good as beating UNC, but they take that into account and it helps the RPI as well.
.25 seconds left on the shot clock. Off the pipe, inches away. Ryan Levy tried to squeeze that home. Bouncing ball. Falls to Princeton. So here come the Tigers in transition. And Princeton has numbers. But worth mentioning that North Carolina has actually made a goalie change. It is not Colin Krieg in cage for the Tar Heels. Instead, it's the sophomore Kent Good. Krieg, who has started every single game since arriving on campus as a freshman, yanked at halftime after allowing 9 goals. And Good with a big opportunity here.
Kind of surprised to see that, Jay, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how many of these goals were his fault.
Well, Princeton picks up where they leave off.
Goal Princeton.
Nate Kabiri, one of the hottest sticks on the night, notches his 4th goal.
And to that point, right, just another mumbo on the backside. Confusion by UNC. I'm not quite sure why they're not getting out to Kabiri. They know that he's had the hot hand.
Battle for the ball, and Good wins it. The sophomore keeper who got put in at halftime.
Needed for the rest of the season.
Princeton outscoring North Carolina 7-1 since Owen Duffy had those 3 goals in a row. That's a turnover, ball back to the Tar Heels, but North Carolina's got to do something offensively, Jules, to break out of this slump. What do you think the key will be for them offensively?
I don't mean to beat them. We want to see other midfielders make his life easier.
James Matten with the ball here has been very quiet for North Carolina. Sophomore swapped from attack into the midfield tonight. Barely called his name at all. Has it here, has a step. Curls around and scores! James Matten delivers Carolina's first goal in 15 minutes. Boy, did the Tar Heels need that.
They needed it, and James Matten, he's a guy to me that he can beat his matchup, right? I'm not quite sure if he believes that he has the size and power to do it as consistently as I think he does, but right here, right, I know his defender fell a little bit, but that's something they need out of Matten more consistently.
But there's a lot of lacrosse left, Jules.
There's a lot of lacrosse. It starts with getting a stop here if you're North Carolina, but then advancing the ball upfield without turning it over, settling back into your offense. That's what they're going to need to chip away at this lead.
Mackesy! How about it? Coulter Mackesy blows it by Good. That is his 5th goal of the night.
Jay, oh my God. This goal. First off, subbing error by UNC. They're getting out-subbed, which again, that's against their DNA. But Coulter Mackesy, watch that quick release. He's fading down the alley with the stick.
Trailing by 5. A lot of emphasis put on this extra man opportunity.
They're clogging up the crease a little bit too much.
Petramala, high heat over the cage. Good ball movement, and North Carolina cashes in. Logan McGovern notches his 2nd goal of the night.
That's a really, really important goal for the Tar Heels at this point. Going man up, being down 5 goals. Logan McGovern dropping his hands, pulling it low to high.
For this Princeton team, they've kind of been running the same play outside of the one from beyond half field, obviously, when Krieg was out of his cage. You know, we just showed you all 5 of his goals. Those last 4, they all look like a mirror image of one another, and yet North Carolina has not made the adjustment.
Jay, the saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Petramala blows it by Gianfrancaro. Back-to-back goals for North Carolina, and the Tar Heels not done yet.
Petro said, hold up, I'm like that too. I can shoot as well. We knew he could. Snappy release, very similar to Coulter there. That mid.
Kabiri and Mackesy. The junior Mackesy with 5, Nate Kabiri with 4. Deflected shot. Loose ground ball. There's a scrum for it, and Princeton emerges with it, but a whistle blows play dead. So to stay in control here, even though the Tigers have just had 1 goal in the last 8 minutes. Great save, Good, who came in at halftime. They yanked Colin Krieg, and Kent Good has made a couple of good saves for. Here's Dom Petramala. He's got a big cannon of a shot off the mark there. Duffy, the backup. 4 goals to his name tonight. Missed it that time. Gianfrancaro lost his footing, lost the ball too, dives on it. And the senior goalie lucky to still come away with possession there.
And again, Jay, in that possession, it's 2-1 dodge, no pass, shots. First one goes out, second one's a turnover, right? There was never dodge, draw, slide, move the ball, get it to the backside, earn a rushed approach on the backside, get an open guy for a step down, maybe get a cutter on the crease. It was none of that, right? It's just making it really difficult for UNC to score goals.
With a head of steam, big shot, finds the back of the net, out of the box, and into the score sheet.
Goal Princeton.
Just a huge ground ball in the middle of the field. I think that's number 20, is that Quinn Kramer, making UNC pay, right? They drop the ball on the other end. They turn.
By 4, the Tigers have been in control since they outscored the Tar Heels 6-1 in that second quarter. Bouncer, read very well. Gianfrancaro went down low to stop that one. That's his 9th save of the night.
Jay, it's just been the theme so far, and it's a freshman, Andrew Price, who, you can't blame him too much. He's going to have to learn from these games, but another 1 dodge, 1 shot opportunity. If Princeton scores this year, it's the same story we're talking about.
Long pull goal! Defense into offense! Colin Mulshine! And it is all Tigers at the end of this third quarter.
That's a lot of fun right there, Jay. Colin Mulshine, right? Taking it upfield, little pump fake. He said, all right, you guys don't want to guard me. You're going to find out, right? He takes it down the heart of the defense. No one slides. He puts it off stick. That's a fantastic take, smart take by him, right? Either goes in or goes out backside. And again, that's just momentum for the Princeton team.
There we go.
Liam Fairback with another clean pickup on the ground ball and just doing his job as a short stick defensive midfielder, getting the ball up and out for Princeton. Those are the little plays, like I said. They've been doing that all game long and just being efficient in the middle of the field.
Quick stick finish. Princeton's passing to perfection. And the Tigers now a 6-goal lead on the road.
This was a fantastic feed by Coulter Mackesy. Notice Colin Burns' defender. He's kind of hedging towards Mackesy because he's concerned.
Petramala trying to spin his way free. Went for the corner, and Gianfrancaro.
If you're Princeton, you can start to think about potentially subbing some of those other guys in, especially at the midfield. Getting some guys like Sean Cameron runs, Tucker Wade. So they have another matchup and a quick turnaround with Duke on Sunday.
Now you mentioned Duke on Sunday, and obviously you got to finish this game strong. 4:50 remaining in regulation, leading by 6, but Really tight turnaround. Noon Sunday against a Duke team that lost to Penn. They're going to be hungry, motivated to make sure they don't lose 2 in a row. That is a thing of beauty. Mackesy to Burns. Oh, it's a 3-headed monster on attack for the Tigers. 12 goals between the 3 attackmen. They are feasting here in Chapel Hill.
They're going to watch this film, and they're going to have to think about who are the leaders in this offense. We know Owen Duffy, right? We know that he can beat his matchup. We know that he can feed. We didn't see it tonight.
Petramalo pulls one back there. And for Carolina, they've got a quick turnaround too. We've focused a lot on Princeton Duke, but they basically swap opponents. So Penn, who beat Duke tonight, now Princeton goes to play Duke. Penn comes to Chapel Hill on Sunday at noon. They're going to be coming in with a lot of confidence. So if you're North Carolina, you got to shake off this loss quickly and refocus for Penn.
There's no time to lick your wounds. This is big. A little bit more buttoned up in the middle of the field. Some more leadership on offense. And hopefully Owen Duffy can continue to expand his game as the season and the weekend goes on.
Big road win for the Princeton Tigers. They do it in convincing fashion. 5 goals for Coulter Mackesy to lead the way. Nate Kabiri added 4, and Princeton outscores UNC 12-5 over the final 3 quarters to win this one by 6. Hope you enjoyed our double.